Before we get into today's discussion, please support my channel, subscribe to my channel, and also share my channel with one person you know. And I really do want to thank all of my supporters and my viewers for supporting my channel for 2.5 years. And also check out my description on my different levels of membership. When you see that join button, when you click it, it would first give you a description on level 1 membership and level 2 membership. Check that out and before you make a decision to join my YouTube channel as a member. Level 1 is 99 cents. Level 2 is $2.99. Please support my channel, because, me as a content creator, I really do spend a lot of time behind the scene due diligence, preparing for my topics. I'm out there in the natural environment, meeting people in the real world, engaging them in dialogue, telling them about my channel. All of that takes a tremendous amount of time, effort. Time is money. So please support my YouTube channel so we can continue to make this possible. I'm here to tell you. So with that being said, let's get down to today's very important live stream lecture, which is going to be more on thinking patterns. So pay attention. Thinking patterns are ways of thinking that say it is okay to violate others or their property. Thinking patterns can also be used to justify any type of high-risk choices or behavior a person makes, such as rather is alcohol use, drug use, gambling addiction, stealing, lies, manipulation, creating chaos in the community, school, church, neighborhood, excessive spending, and etc. We all use some forms of thinking patterns. I'm going to talk about and introduce 8 different types of thinking patterns. And I'm going to describe each one: the self-pity stance, good person stance, unique person stance, fear of exposure, selected effort, use of deceit to control, seek pleasure first, and ownership stance. Self-pity stance is you think the world is out to get you, that you are a victim of bad luck. You have a hard time taking responsibility of what happens to you. You see yourself as a victim. A good example of that, a person may have a thinking pattern or the mindset, I'm never going to get a good job. I don't know. I don't have enough skills. I'm never going to get a good job. So why should I even apply for that job? Why should I, even if they get a job interview, oh, they're not going to hire me. Why should I even show up for the interview? Or they may have the thinking pattern with that self-pity stance. Oh, because of my childhood, I'm never going to succeed in life. So why should I even put forth effort on anything? Returning back to school, or going to school, or taking this course. Those are all good examples of self-pity stance that I'm here to tell you. Another thinking pattern is that good person stance. Despite all the things you have messed up on and all the times you have let yourself and other people down, you still think that you are a good person, decent person. For example, you try to make yourself look good by continuously pointing out that someone else is worse than you. You may say, well, at least I don't smoke crack cocaine or shoot up heroin or snort cocaine. All I do is smoke a little bit of marijuana or drink alcohol. That's a very good description of a good person stance. Or you may have a person who's out there committing crime and stealing merchandise to make money, and they may tell themselves, well, at least I'm using this money for a good cause, to take care of my family. I donate some of this money to the church, and that's a good description of a good person stance. Unique person stance. You like to see yourself as different and special. You also tend to romanticize yourself, such as you may see yourself as a mysterious, adventurous figure, like a pirate or old west cowboy or gangster or rubbing elbows with the Hollywood elites. or some other super tough character. That's a real good example of unique person stance. Another good example of unique person stance, a person can be out there committing all types of crimes and money embezzlement, and they may have gotten away with it many times, several times, and they may tell themselves, because I'm so smart, I'm so good at what I do, I'm not going to get caught like 100 other people who have done the same crime, because I'm so unique, I'm so special, I'm so smart that I'm going to outsmart law enforcement, so I ain't got to worry about getting caught for these crimes that I know I'm committing. So that's a real good example of unique person stance. Fear of exposure. You fear you would be exposed in regards to whatever you are hiding, whatever that in terms of that high-risk lifestyle. Rather, it's hiding the severity of your alcohol use, your drug use, your gambling, your lies, your stealing, your manipulation, or etc. We will use alcohol and drugs and gambling as a real good example, because many times individuals who's partaking in those type of high-risk behaviors, they're going to try to hide the severity of that high-risk lifestyle from their loved ones, their significant others, and etc. And that's a good example of fear of exposure. And they're going to do many things to conceal that specific lifestyle from loved ones, because they don't want to have to be addressed about their behavior, held accountable for the behavior. So they're going to go to great lengths to hide, in short, fear of exposure. And I'm here to tell you. And then we have selected effort. You have the energy to fulfill your own pleasurable desires, but not enough energy for others, loved ones, family members, your kids. You have the drive to score and use alcohol and drug use and gambling and be out for 2 or 3 days in a row while someone else is taking care of your kids. But you do not have the drive to find a job, to finish high school, or to further your education, or finish that program, or help your child with schoolwork, or attend family functions. No energy or drive for what should matter. That's a good example, a good description of selected effort. And then we have use of deceit to control. You lie, cheat, steal, tell half-truths as you continue with your high-risk lifestyle, hanging out days at a time, the high-risk behavior, the gambling, the alcohol, drug use, the manipulation of others, the excessive spending. For example, the person may say, I told my significant other that I spent that money to clear up a parking ticket or to pay a bill. But in reality, you spent that money to support and feed your high-risk lifestyle. And I'm here to tell you, and that can consist of many things, taking bill money to go hang out to the club for days at a time, to buy expensive clothes and jewelry, and etc. So use of deceit to control is another form of thinking pattern. And then we have seek pleasure first. Seek pleasure first. You seek pleasure of that high-risk lifestyle, in whatever it may be, in terms of being gone for days at a time, buying the expensive clothes and the jewelry and the alcohol and drug use and etc., without the regard for the serious physical, mental, and legal consequences that can result from these high-risk behaviors. Because a lot of people use their bill money to support that high-risk lifestyle. They're neglecting to pay those bills. They're neglecting their physical health, the emotional health, and etc. All for the sake of seeking pleasure first, which is another form of thinking pattern. And then we have ownership stance. Since you would do whatever it takes to feed your high-risk lifestyle, Rather it's the alcohol, drug use, the gambling, the stealing, the excessive spending, the high-risk lifestyle. You mistakenly believe that it's somehow okay for you to steal and cheat and manipulate others to get what you want the most. The alcohol, drugs used to continue gambling, the high-risk lifestyle, the excessive spending, or money to buy what you want, expensive clothes and jewelry and etc. So basically, you believe that you can use that manipulation, that ownership stance in getting whatever you want to manipulate people to feed your high-risk lifestyle. And I'm here to tell you. So ladies and gentlemen, those are some thorough descriptions of the different types of thinking patterns. I just gave a thorough description of self-pity stance, good person stance, unique person stance, fear of exposure, selected effort, use of deceit to control, seek pleasure first, in ownership stance. All people in the world use some degree or some form of thinking patterns, and I'm here to tell you. I hope you all have gotten something out of this very powerful lecture. Please do not forget to support my channel, join my membership. I'm going to also put in the description of this video the link to my business website. Check out my business website. One of the primary services I'm going to be providing is to go into an executed contract for paying customers who want to hire me to develop the powerful strategic business plan for 2023. And also on my business website, there's a store where you can go to the store section of my business website to purchase my powerful book, Awake Financial Freedom. This is a must-read book for 2023. Please send me your comments, send me your questions. That's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.